Hello everyone, welcome to Xylostar, a new weekly market update, new information and insightful knowledge with us. You will get fundamental and technical analysis. Now we'll get a brief summary regarding all of them.
Donald Trump is gonna start a real war about tariffs on 2nd of April, and on the other hand, China has started to retaliate by banning Chinese company to be listed in the US stock exchange.
Really, Amir? Tariff wars? That's pretty interesting. Yeah, we had a huge crash in Bitcoin. We can also see gold falling down. We have this looming date for Fort Knox to be visited by Elon Musk. We're not sure how it's going to affect market. Actually, we do have a good idea how it's going to affect the markets, and we're going to tell you in a second. So stay tuned. Alright everyone, Samer Rastan is here. I'm a technical analyst at Xylostar, and here we are kicking off our market updates as usual. Feel free to follow our Xylostar strategy terminal on TradingView. Yes, we do own Xylostar terminal also, but we don't really publish a lot on it. So follow this terminal if you want to be updated with market updates as soon as they are published on TradingView. Now, to kick it off with NASDAQ, yes, we are finally breaking the pattern of dollar as always. I know you guys like dollars. We all love dollars, right? Nobody doesn't love money. All right. So exactly as we anticipated in the past week, NASDAQ has fallen down to the support of 20,500s. And from here, market found strong support, and we can see there was a huge demand from this. Of course, it is as anticipated. Now from here, we actually are looking for a retracement to the resistance of 21,300s. However, we might see market actually attempting to grab the liquidity before this or below this support level, as it has been consolidating for quite a while before a continuation to the upside. All right, so be careful going for your long entry here. If you're looking for it, make sure you follow proper risk management according to your strategy. All right. Now, going to Bitcoin. Also, Bitcoin, as anticipated, I've been telling you guys for the past 2-3 weeks, maybe 4, I don't remember. If you're following our YouTube videos, you should have expected this crash. We had a lot of bearish confirmations for this liquidation to happen. It actually did. So I hope you guys made some good money with it, shorting BTC. Now, to look at here, we can expect BTC to go back to the 61.8 retracement, which is also the resistance of approximately 92,000 level. Now, there is actually a lot of things happening in the background when it comes to the economy, the situation between USA and China, and all these war tariffs that are going on. There are actually a big story happening in the background about the strength of the dollar and the weakness of the Chinese yuan, and how the yuan is getting weaker and weaker into the dollar. So there's a conspiracy, and here's something very interesting, guys. It's not really very common to see around the internet. So Chinese are intentionally letting the dollar getting stronger to their own currency. So if that happens, all these importers from United States who are importing items from China will see items in China cheaper than it is in USA, right? Cheaper than it already is. And with the dollar getting more expensive, so also it will make it, the items in China will seem very cheap, considerable to buying items from the USA itself. So the Chinese conspiracy that's happening is that they want to dominate the USA economy by flooding all the products that USA consumes and relies on for their production and consumption from China, right? And if all of it, of course, is going to be the majority of it, or at least a big portion of it, right? So this is why USA actually has placed tariffs on China to limit that conspiracy of control. Right? And even though the dollar to the yuan is still very powerful. So what has happened is that Donald Trump said he is going to send Elon Musk to Fort Knox to check the gold reserve, right? And I don't want to go into unprofessional comments here, but the point is they haven't been checking on the reserve of gold since 1971, right? And that's pretty long time, right? And suddenly they want to check of, oh, do we actually have the reserve to back up the strength of the dollar? And you know, Fort Knox, it's called a fort, right? And it's the US reserve of gold. For those of you guys who don't know, they have on papers more than 8,000 tons reserve of gold, and USA is the biggest gold reserve holder in the world. So when we're trading XAUSD, whether gold goes up or down, or the dollar goes up or down, USA is always in profit, right? So keep that in mind. And it's a fort, so everything that is sold and bought should be having record. So the conspiracy is, once they release the date of when they're gonna visit that to check the reserve, and the reserve will most likely show that it is short, and then USA tells us, okay, we don't really have that reserve to back up the strength of the dollar, so the dollar value will crash. And this will eliminate the background story that China is trying to dominate the economy of USA, because the dollar value is going to go down, and US importers will just, or businessmen, whatever, they will look at USA products as an equal price to items they're going to export from China, especially with the tariffs that are here. And I personally look at China attempt to add a tariffs on USA as a desperate trial to balance what USA did. Or maybe it's a warning to what China might make later on if USA tries to fight back. What can they do really? You know? So that's the current situation. So about this liquidation, I think gold is falling down, BTC is falling down. They're liquidating markets to prepare that, because once the Fort Knox possible scenario happens, there is no fundamental reason on shorter term that can actually push BTC and gold to the downside, because dollar is going to crash hypothetically. And if that happens, what can redeem value to anything happening in the market, right? A lot of things will be volatile. So you'll see Bitcoin and Bitcoin and gold as safe havens around the market, skyrocketing. So yeah, this is what we call the calm before the storm. So on a very shorter term, let's say the upcoming week, we're looking for a retracement to here. But yes, even though it's a resistance, I personally would not be looking to short BTC again. Keep that in mind. All right, going to Nifty50. Yes, our beautiful descending triangle that we had anticipated that past week has did its beautiful work, and Nifty50 crashed. Hope you guys shorted it and made some good money with that. And now we also are still at a very huge accumulation period. There's so many supports, a lot of liquidity here. Yes, market grabbed it here, but as well, we still have a lot of buyers who have entered markets recently at these levels. So we might see markets retesting the support, not liquidating it though, before retracing this resistance and forming for us another descending, not another actually, a continuation of descending triangle. And from here, we might see markets going up or down based on what we get afterwards. So this will be it for our market updates for this coming week. We see some great opportunities, guys. Be updated. Make sure you stay tuned for our updates.
Okay guys, let's check together the Zalostar strategies, what they are posting in gold market and the Euro USD market. We'll start guys with the gold market now, because this week the gold is in bearish momentum and in bearish trend line. He reached till 2,800 actually 31. Okay, and it's very huge drop to the downside. But now what we can see this drop till here, it's sweeping the liquidity, and now we can expect a retracement till this support to resistance level from here, and it may retrace again to the downside. And like you say, you can see here, it may continue its the downtrend till it's below the trend line. Because it's still below the trend line, if we check together, we can see that it's taken from here, liquidity is taken from here, and pullback taken from here, and pullback. So our pullback, we can expect him till this level, which is 2,878. This is our idea regarding the gold market. Now let's check together the Euro USD market. Euro USD has broken the triangle pattern, okay, with the bearish momentum, and it's very strong bearish momentum, broken retracement, and now it's going to the downtrend, making for us in each area try to retrace a support and resistance level. For example, which can come again till here, coming again till this triple top from here, manipulate, retrace again, and come again from this swing low from here, and he has the major swing low, which is here in 1.01700. Okay guys, 772. So in the end, euro also has broken triangle pattern with the bearish momentum, going to a downtrend, trying to retrace sometimes to the resistance level, but is in the downtrend.
Greeting everyone, hope you are doing great. This is Masoud Amidian. I'm Senior Fundamental Analyst at EURUSD Head Office in Dubai. So last week financial markets were in doubt and mostly in range bound. Let's crunch the topic more. I want to start it with the PCE. US reported the personal expenditures, or better to say the PCE price index, a key inflation measure, rose by 0.3% in January, maintaining the previous month's pace. Annually, the PCE increased by 2.5%, slightly down from December's 2.6%. The core PCE index, which excludes food and energy, also grew up by 0.3% month over month and 2.6% year over year. Additionally, as you can see here, consumer spending declined by 0.2% in January, marking its first decrease since March of 2023. Australia also released the CPI numbers. So Australian CPI for January 2025 remained at 2.5% annually within the RBA's target range, or better said the Reserve Bank of Australia target range, while core inflation edged up to 2.8%, as you can see here. Key contributors were rising food, housing, and alcohol prices. Tough electricity costs fell sharply. The Australian dollar declined slightly as markets reacted to the data, with the RBA expected to monitor inflation trends closely. Regarding to the US initial jobless claims, it rose by 22,000 to 242,000, the highest level in 3 months. This increase exceeds economics expectations of 221,000 claims, signaling potential softening in the labor market. Regarding to the next chapter, it was about the several participants of the FOMC had a speech this week, like Goolsbee, Harker, and other members. Harker emphasized that the inflation is still struggling the economy, so it's better to keep the rate till we receive more confidence. So it increased the bet for making dollar stronger. Regarding to Nvidia and corporate earnings, so Nvidia reported a 114% year over year revenue increase to $130.5 billion in fiscal year of 2025, with GAAP EPS rising 147% to $2.94. A strong AI-driven demand boosted results, but the stock fell over 8% post-earning despite initial gains. Regarding to the other one, which is Home Depot's fourth quarter sales rose by 14.1% to $39.7 billion, but it increased just 1% same store sales growth for 2025. Shares gained 2.8% despite cautious customer spending concerns. And the last chat was about Donald Trump. Donald Trump officially announced on 2nd of April, US will put 25% tariffs on Canada and European Union. And regarding to China, he announced additional 10% will be applied for all of the goods and services of the China. Let's jump to the upcoming week. The main focus on the next week for the economic indicators will be on the US, precisely and especially on the employment sector, because we are going to receive the ADP, job opening numbers, and NFP, which is one of the most vital economic indicators of the next week. Also, we are going to receive the monetary policy statement plus the ECB press conference regarding to the interest rate decision for the European Union. From the corporate earnings, we are going to have different earnings, or better say different big companies like Target and Marvel are going to release their earnings for the fourth quarter of 2024 next week.
Thanks guys for watching us. Don't forget to subscribe, put like and comment.